Hi guys, Rachel here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be your weekly pick-a-pile reading for the week of June the 8th through the 14th. So if you are interested in picking a pile and receiving a general guided message for the week, please keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. I'm doing this from my reading space, my room. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because my hubby is sleeping and I don't want to, I don't want to wake him up. So he needs to sleep. So we're gonna do this, and here it's smaller space. I don't have like the big kitchen table, but we can make it work. So okay, so as always, let's start off with showing off the decks that I'm going to be reading with this week. I have a sweater on, but I'm starting to get a little bit warm, so I'll probably take it off. Okay, so the decks that I'm going to be using for this pick-a-pile reading, I will be using my Psychic Tarot. This is my baby. I've had this deck forever. It's falling apart. I don't even have a box for it. So my Psychic Tarot, the tarot decks I'm using are the Spirit Song Tarot and the Moonchild Tarot, and the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Angel Therapy Oracle, the Angel Answers, and my Magical Messages from the Fairies. So very lighthearted, soft decks this year. Oh my God, today, this week. Oh my gosh. I'm just like running on fumes lately. Okay. I'll put those back against the wall. Hopefully they don't fall. All right, you guys. So as always, let's cleanse this space. Please get yourselves comfortable. We're going to cleanse this space. I'm going to cleanse you guys remotely. And just basically preparing us for receiving message from Spirit. There's like little fluffs flying around from my sweater. Okay. So go ahead, and I'm going to do spray for now. I think I'll light too, but all right, you guys. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, let's take a couple deep breaths. So when we take deep breaths, I want you guys to breathe in white light, rainbow light, just really good positivity. And when we breathe out, I want you guys to let go, okay? And breathing out, letting go of negative energies or negative feelings or anger, all of the above, okay? So I'm gonna light some sage, and I want you guys to start breathing in, hold it for a couple seconds, and breathe out, and do it as many times as you feel is necessary. Go ahead and close your eyes, you guys. Take in a deep breath. And get into the habit of breathing out loud, okay? Really get that breath out. You'll start to feel your shoulders drop. You'll feel your body get calm. Your eyes kind of feel like they get a little bit heavy. Your body just relaxes. Do it again. Take in a deep breath in. And I'm going to go ahead and cleanse my piles. And in this space, I ask that the messages come through for anyone who is watching, no matter if it is for this week coming up or if it is at a later time, that Spirit always has a way of bringing you guys to the video at the right moment. when you need to. May you take anything that resonates and leave anything else that does not behind. Open your heart. Be open to receiving message, and may it help you in the week ahead. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and spray you guys again. I'm going to spray me first. Take a breath. Spray you guys. Feels so good. Feels so good when we do a cleanse like that. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the piles, and then we will dive right in. Okay, my loves. So I have 3 piles here. This is pile 1, 2, and 3. These are all amethyst crystals. I went with more of my raw crystals. Amethyst is really, really good for healing. It's really good for anxiety. It's good for addictions and some of the more darker aspects of ourselves, okay? But it's a healing stone, and it also aids with the third eye chakra, the upper chakras, but the third eye chakra mostly. Your intuition, your sixth sense, your psychic abilities, your spiritual connection, all of the above. So I felt like amethyst was going to be really good for this week, especially because if you guys felt it, we had a really strong full moon the other night. And I feel like the energies for the last week have been very heavy. They have been very strong. They have been very anger fueled. And there's just been a lot of change and a lot of energy going on in the world right now. And so I feel like as much as it is important that we do our part, it is also important that we do our part in taking care of self. And I feel like this is a necessary stone for everybody. So my amethysts, my amethysts are the ones to go to. So pile number 1 has this gorgeous, raw, dark amethyst. He has imperfections. So there were pieces of him that came off. And I love this stone because I feel like his imperfections just reveal that as much as we want to be perfect, we aren't. And our imperfections make us very unique, okay? That we're not all meant to be the same, that we're supposed to be different. So if you are feeling called to this amethyst crystal, perhaps you are dealing with identity, you are dealing with your personal feelings about self, your insecurities of self, or working on self-love, okay? Loving those imperfections. My second amethyst stone for pile number 2, we have a more faded amethyst. So she has, it may not show on camera, but she actually has a very faded look, like a very, very, very faded purple hue to her. You can kind of see it more in the center. And I picked this one because I feel like this is being called for people who just need to kind of put themselves out there more. People who need to step out into the light more, okay? This is for people who kind of are losing sight of themselves, people who are feeling disconnected, who really need to push themselves to be out around a little bit more. I hope it makes sense. So I feel like the term wallflower is coming to mind. So I feel like it's this is more for my people who are shy, my people who are, they like to hide in the background. I feel like this stone is calling to you guys. So this is pile number 2. Oops. And then pile number 3, I have this radiant purple, and it's actually oh my gosh, it's not completely raw. Like, it is raw, but it's tumbled. Like, it looks pretty, like it's made to be shiny. Oh my god, I'm like losing my thought right now. I can't think of the correct term, but you guys know what I mean. So it's a gorgeous and radiant purple. I feel like this is for people who just like to be out and about. They love to stand out. The more so where this one is a little bit people who are afraid of doing that. We have this people who want to be in the center of attention, people who love to be out and about. This is also for my influencers, okay? So my people who have public profiles that have large followings and you get noticed all the time, right? I feel like this pile is going to be good for those of you who have that, because you are constantly being looked at. You're constantly being judged, misjudged, and there's always opinions placed upon you. But when you really think about it, as glamorous and shiny as you look on the outside, you're still, whoops, there's a my little price there. As glamorous and shiny on the outside, you are still just as raw and just as, you know, natural as anybody else. Okay. So I don't know, that just came to me intuitively. So that is for my influencers, or people who just feel like you are out in the limelight all of the time. You love it. You're extroverted, introverted, and then my flawed, or people who are learning to love themselves. Okay, you guys, so go ahead and have a look, see what pile calls to you, and then check the timestamps. They're posted in the description box as well as the comments to go straight to your reading. Enjoy. Okay, pile number 1. You guys chose my gorgeous imperfected amethyst crystal. I'm going to be filming with the camera right in front of my face, so hopefully we won't have any malfunctions. Let's go ahead and start with the oracle cards first. You guys have taking risks, you guys. We have that beautiful bald eagle. I think it's a bald eagle or a hawk, flying with his wings wide open. You have the gorgeous universe in the background. You guys are being asked to spread your wings and fly. Okay, this is a time, this is a week to do so. Try something different. Try something you've never done before. Authority, number 4. This is the Emperor card, authority. This is testing your ability to speak up and have a voice. This is your ability to be a leader. Okay, you have other people who look up to you. Taking notice of that. You may be imperfect, but you're imperfect for a reason, and you have authority over that. Use your imperfections, okay, your flaws, to help connect with the right people. It's so nice when we finally realize that we're just as normal as anyone else, right? So that's authority. It's also a number 4 card, which is stability too. So this could be also an energy of being able to feel stable and balanced in life this week. Look for a sign came up. So for you guys, this is important that you start opening your eyes and your heart to seeing spirit message, okay? Signs can come in different ways, shapes, and forms. Sometimes it's numbers. Sometimes it's seeing feathers. Sometimes it's animals. Sometimes it's certain texts that come up, you know, when you're scrolling through Instagram. Sometimes it's seeing a reading like this, or colors or dreams, okay? So pay attention, look for a sign. When you notice something that sticks out to you that you normally wouldn't take note of, that is a sign. So write it down, take a picture of it, make a mental note so you remember. You are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. A powerful light worker. So you guys have that ability to make these energetic connections with people. You have influence on people, okay? And I feel like it's utilizing your sixth sense, okay? Your sixth sense, utilizing your imperfections to connect with the right audience. This is a good week for that. We also have summer. Everything that you were asking for becomes yours in the summertime. We are on the brink of that, okay? Literally like 2 weeks away from summer solstice. So you guys, that's going to be a really good summertime, really good season for you. Good things can be coming. So let this be, you know, a future forecast for you. The summer season is going to bring forth some really good things. So this is a time really to start spreading your wings, finding your voice, being an authority in your life, okay? Because you're going to have some amazing stuff take place. Now the tarot cards, we're going to look at the week ahead. So the beginning, the middle, and the end of the week. I'm only going to be using 4 tarot cards. So I'm doing it a little bit different this week. But the beginning of the week, you guys have the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is, to me, I feel like she has lots on her mind. She's kind of really thinking about, you know, how she's going to go ahead and formulate the week ahead. So I feel like this is saying to plan ahead, okay? Keeping your thoughts close to you. Don't tell everybody what your plans are right away. I feel like it's kind of like you're formulating how you're going to go about your week. So the beginning of the week, it's really kind of, you know, figuring things out, making a plan, writing a list if you have to, and then you're going to open up and be able to speak out. Because I noticed that she's kind of holding her throat. I feel like she's holding her throat chakra. It's almost kind of like keeping your thoughts close to you. Don't speak it just yet. Don't bring it out. Don't tell people your new plans, your ideas, your inspirations. You know what I mean? Keep them close. And then when the time is right, let it out. So that's the beginning of the week. Middle of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday, we have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups for you guys is telling me patience, okay? Taking it slow. This is a week to take things slow, especially if you're stepping into the realm of authority, which maybe if you're not so comfortable with, or maybe it's some new territory, treading lightly through that territory I'm seeing. I also feel like this is a time to dabble in the arts. So getting yourselves into some kind of an art project, whether you're coloring, painting, you're writing, you're meditating, you are, you know, spending time in nature, but doing something of the creative to get that kind of creative flow coming out of you. Middle of the week, that may help you, especially if you guys encounter, you know, a little bit of a rift with someone else, or, you know, just to kind of get your juju going. You guys might need to take place in some kind of a creative activity to kind of get your juices flowing. And then the end of the week, or the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have Page of Swords. Very careful. So like I said, being hesitant with how you speak and what you say and how much you share. That Four of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Page of Swords is indicating that you guys can have you can have a little bit of a bit of like a word vomit happening this weekend if you're not careful with your words. So maybe that's why you're being guided with that Knight of Cups to take things slow this week. You know, be more diving into the creative and the projects and whatnot, and less on the mind and the verbal. Or at least the verbal. I feel the verbal, you're holding your throat chakra. So this may not be a week of, you know, speaking truth, or, you know, verbalizing a lot of what's on your mind. This might be more of a week of, you know, taking action and doing physical and, you know, getting yourselves ready, preparing, okay? Lastly, the tarot card for the week is the Shaman card, number 5. This is the Hierophant, you guys. This is divine wisdom and spiritual power. I love it. Again, we have the eagle or the hawk. I think this is a hawk. So you guys have 2 hawks, okay? Some of you guys, this is your power animal. Some of you guys are looking at this as like, oh my God, that's my spirit guide. But also I feel the hawk is, you know, he's spreading his wings. He's powerful. He's always watching. So these birds are always watching. They're always looking out for their prey, or they're looking at the whole vastness of the world. They're not just focused on one minor little detail. They're looking at everything. So I feel like that's kind of like the energy that you guys have to instill this week, is looking at the whole week entirely as a whole, taking your time, and don't rush and be impulsive with your words, because I'm telling you, this weekend, if you do that, you may regret something you say. Okay, you guys? So I hope that this reading helped. It looks like it's going to be quite a powerful week for you guys. Take it slow, dive into the arts, dive into the arts, and work on your spiritual connection, your light work abilities, all of that. But keep all of the heavier stuff, save it for later. And until then, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you here next week. Bye, my loves. Welcome, pile number 2. So pile number 2, you guys chose my little faded amethyst, the one that I said needed to be a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more out there. Put yourselves out there. Be willing to, you know, be center of attention. You know, my little wallflowers out there that are watching this right now. This is just a reminder for you guys to, you know, don't be so afraid of putting yourselves out there and taking risks. Let's start with the oracle cards first. Okay, you guys, so you guys have blessings. the blessings card coming up. And just looking at the image, we kind of see this gorgeous little yellow bird, which is your solar plexus, your joy, your happiness. And it's really counting blessings, you guys, paying attention this week to the little details. You know, when you're going for a walk, listen to the birds, look at the flowers, listen to the sounds around you. I can just imagine how gorgeous like this little waterfall must sound right now. You know, really tuning in and paying attention to the minor details this week. There are hidden blessings everywhere. You guys have recognition and reward. This is number 3, the 3 of Wands. So recognition and reward is, you know, I feel like it's kind of like you guys are going to see some payout this week. Maybe it's payday for some of you. Or will be payday. Some of you guys might actually receive abundance in some kind of form. So it could be money. It could be in receiving some compliments out of nowhere, especially from my wallflowers. Those of you guys who are not used to being in the center of attention, you guys might start to see that. You guys might be noticed more this week. So I see it as a reward. People are really going to recognize you for the achievements and for the amazing things that you guys do. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys get spotlighted or people, you know, promo you or whatever when you're not used to it. It happens, okay? So that's going to be a really good week to kind of put yourselves out there in that aspect. Don't stop. So this card kind of tells you the energy of keep going, okay? Don't stop now. Don't let your fears hold you back. I'm also hearing that. I feel like this card is showing you guys, it's kind of like the angel in this card is cheering you on. They're telling you to keep going, that you're doing good, that everything is going to be okay. Especially if you are putting yourselves out there, my little wallflowers. Don't stop. This is going to be a really good week to come. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peace. So be willing to forgive. Forgiveness, you guys, is a huge thing when it comes to learning to, you know, set yourself free. When you forgive people, even if they really, really hurt you in the past, you're not holding grudges. Holding a grudge is more energy than it is to forgive, okay? To be able to forgive and move forward. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that you have to allow them to continue being in your life. Sometimes we cut those cords, and forgiveness is that last thing that you need to do to set yourself free. So this week, some of you guys might be going through that. Maybe you will be making amends with friends, or maybe you will find, you know, some common ground, or maybe simply you are cutting cords to set yourself free. And maybe forgiveness was that last piece to that puzzle, okay? But I also feel like this is just telling you guys, don't hold grudges. You know, it takes so much more effort and energy to be angry and to be mad and to hold a grudge and to, you know, hang on to that negativity than it does to just simply let it go. So some of you guys needed to hear that. The angels in green, and green is the heart chakra. So this is you guys working with your heart, working with the love that you give and the love that you are willing to receive. You have to make sure that flow is going in and out of you evenly. If you're always constantly giving love, but you're always afraid of receiving it, that might be a lesson for you to start learning to do that this week. And also leading into the rest of the weeks. And then we have flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing powers. So like I said, you know, paying attention to the flowers and going for walks and looking at the little things, the blessings in life. Flower power is also kind of giving you that same vibe. I also feel like this card is saying to, you know, put on the floral scented candles, or spray yourself with rose scented, you know, rose water or rose oil or whatever. So wearing floral scents this week. Some of you guys who like to work with herbs, it could be working with the florals. So I've been doing a lot with lavender this week or the last couple days. But for you guys, it could be roses, or some people love sunflowers, or some people, you know, whatever your flower is. I also feel like flower power for some of you guys, it makes you happy to see live flowers in your home. So, you know, go out there and buy yourself a bouquet of flowers. You don't have to wait for someone to do it for you. Buy your own damn flowers, put them in a vase, put them in your house, and it really spruces up the home and it makes it feel fresh. So that's just a nice, fun little tip for that. Okay, let's look at the tarot cards. So this week we have The beginning of the week, you guys have the Star. So the Star is healing. The Star is rejuvenation, okay? Your batteries, if they're low, I want you guys to energize and fill them up the beginning of the week. That should be the first thing that you guys do, okay? Getting your rest. I'm also hearing hydration. So some of you guys need to drink more water. I know I do. I've been chugging. This is probably my second water bottle so far. I've been chugging my water because I often neglect it. So make sure you guys are taking care of yourself and refueling. The Star card is also healing and forgiveness. So again, some of you guys are going to be doing that. You're going to be healing and forgiving others. This is going to be a big theme of the week, starting the week for the first 2 days, Monday, Tuesday. Middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, you guys have the universe or the world. So this is powerful. You have the Star, you have the world. So middle of the week, like I said, some of you guys who are doing forgiveness, who you're letting things go, you're going to also be cutting cords, and that's going to be the end of it. All right. So just because you forgive someone does not mean that you have to keep them in your life. So I feel the universe is showing that there's going to be some endings to certain relationships or friendships or connections with you and other people. This universe card can also indicate an ending of a cycle coming up this week. Some of you guys might be ending your periods. Some of you guys might be ending, a project or a book, finishing a book. There's going to be a lot of endings this week, middle of the week. Take time to reflect. I feel like she's reflecting on this. And also realize, you guys, that you're just a small speck in the whole universe. So when times get really tough and when you're so focused on like everything happening around us in the world, understand that you are just a small little speck, that there is bigger things to this whole world than what is right in front of us. And sometimes what is right in front of us is all we could see, but there's more out there. Okay. So it really kind of puts stuff into perspective. And then lastly, the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you guys have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you guys have major cards this week. So Wheel of Fortune is getting the ball rolling, okay? You guys are starting the week off with healing, blessings, letting things go, freshening up, rejuvenating, focusing on health and wellness. End of the week, weekend, you're going to start to feel that ball rolling. You guys are going to get back into your groove. You're going to start feeling all put together again. It may take you the week to get to that point, but by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you guys will be ready to go, okay? And you're going to start to see shifts happen. So a lot of you are seeing endings. This is a 10. We have the universe, the world card, which is also endings. So there's a lot of endings of cycles, habits, relationships, friendships, energy, whatever. There's endings to it, but whenever there's an ending, there is always a new beginning on the horizon. May not see that this week, but some of you guys will definitely be coming into a new beginning very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. All right, you guys. So this concludes your weekly reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys here next week. Bye, my loves. I actually forgot one thing. There was one more card. So as I was putting them away, I'm like, oh no, I forgot. So the theme of your week with the tarot card, you guys have the 3 of Acorns or the 3 of Pentacles. So the theme of your week is rebuilding, okay? So this is reorganizing. Some of you guys, like I said, are rebuilding, reorganizing, reaffirming yourselves, your faith in yourself or in your faith in humanity. Or this could also be rebuilding friendships and relationships, especially if some of you guys are learning to forgive, okay? But the 3 of Acorns can also be things that are once destructed, like things that are once fallen apart in your life. This might be a week too of rebuilding it and making it stronger. So it depends. It's going to be different for everybody, but that's kind of how I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles. I just wanted to make sure I added that in there because I did forget. I forgot that card was there. So I do apologize, but hopefully this kind of helped conclude the theme of your guys' week. Have a beautiful week, you guys, and I will see you later. Hello, pile number 3. So pile number 3, you guys chose my vibrant purple amethyst. So you guys are either extroverts and you love to be the center of attention, or perhaps you are influencers yourselves. So maybe you have a large following and you're just used to having all eyes on you. So this is going to be your reading for the week. We're going to start off with the oracle cards first. And you guys have change. So change is popping up. This is telling me lots of shifts, lots of metamorphosis happening within you. This for some of you guys, this is physical change, okay? Some of you guys, this is mental, emotional, or spiritual. So it's going to be different for everyone watching. But when change is happening, I'm asking you guys to be open to it. Be open to anything that takes place. Be open and daring to try something new. You need change to grow, okay? So this is going to be a really good week to kind of implement those changes. Maybe you've already been dwelling about it and you've been feeling like you need to do this, and you're finally now starting to see, I have the ability, or I have the money now, or I have the guts, the confidence to do so. Some of you guys, I'm hearing making major changes to your business, okay? So if you guys are influencers, maybe it's profile changes, so the look of your profile, or some of you guys are doing major service changes, so some of your services are going to be switching up. This will be a week to do so. We have number 5, or financial and material changes in reverse. So like I was saying, some of you guys are making major changes to the business. When that happens, you're going to see a flow. So this is the 5 of Wands. I feel like because it's in reverse, to me, I read reversals sometimes as slow movement or slow change. So the finances, to see some kind of development with the finances, once you make a change to your business, you may not see rapid increase and changes in like, you know, people booking you or selling product or whatever, but you'll get to that point. It'll build up to it. So don't expect major change or major like abundance in money right away. Change has to happen, and you got to, you know, calibrate and just get used to it, and then the flow will start to happen again. So don't have high expectations of making tons of money just because you simply switched up your business a little bit. You got to kind of give people a chance to get used to it. Opportunity is popping up. I love it. So this is a really good opportunity. I feel like those gold flakes. Oh, they're coins. Oh yeah, they're like coins. I see the gold flakes as an opportunity for abundance. So there could be some money changes happening this week. There could be it could be a flow of abundance coming your way, or this could be opportunities opening up to you. Some of you, this could be a job offer. Some of you guys, this is an opportunity to, you know, gain something new that will help you with your business or with your life, your personal life, your relationships or whatnot. So take advantage, you guys, because I feel like the opportunities are there, but if you're not going to take advantage of it, and if you're not going to be wanting to change, you're not going to see change happen. So you got to be willing to want to try and put in the work in order to see the end result. Cutting your cords is also popping up. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachment to fear and stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Cutting your cords from negative people, you guys. Those of you guys who are influencers and you know what it feels like to have all eyes on you, not all the time, but sometimes we have negative eyes on us, right? We have people who are jealous. We have people who just don't understand or who misunderstand us. We have people who just simply do not like us. So cutting your cords of those people, do not give them more time than you need to. We got to get, you know, comfortable with that. Setting our boundaries is going to be very, you know, a big thing. And maybe that's what some of these changes are for some of you guys. You are now switching up your boundaries and switching up the way you do things. And lastly, we have the dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So this is going for those physical changes that I was talking about. So some of you guys, this may not resonate, but some of you will. There's dietary changes happening here where you guys are focusing on the foods that you're putting in your body, the kind of foods that you are drinking, the drinks you're drinking and the foods you're eating. You guys are being very aware of that. Your health you're very aware of your health right now. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But it just means that if you guys are focusing on your health changes and whatnot, maybe you're noticing there's something about your body that just doesn't feel right and you want to do stuff to make it better, this could be a week of starting it, okay? Let's get into the tarot. So we're going to start with the beginning of the week. Monday, Tuesday, we have the moon. So the moon is the aftermath of that crazy full moon that we had on, I think it was Friday. That was a wild full moon. Had a lot of energy, and I feel like a lot of us are still feeling it. We're bringing whatever we learned, whatever that eclipse brought into the moon's energy and into us, we're bringing that into the beginning of the week. So some lessons learned, right? Some of you guys might be dealing with the shadow aspect. Some of you guys might be dealing with some of the stuff, some of the pieces of yourself that you don't always like to tap into, but you know that it is important. So the beginning of the week, that energy is going to be pretty heavy. That's probably why, especially with change, coming from change, you're in a more uncomfortable position. Change isn't always easy, but it's necessary. So your beginning of your week, it's not going to be difficult, but you will be addressing parts of your body or yourself, your mind, your spirituality, whatever, your business that needs to be addressed. Okay. Middle of the week, you guys have the King of Cups. So this is the emotions, your emotional state, your heart. Taking care of the heart chakra as well. I also feel like making sure that you are monitoring how much energy you are absorbing, and are you holding on to that? Paying attention to the way that you guys have conversations with people in your life. Are you holding space for them? Are they holding space for you? Okay, so a lot of times my empaths, my King of Cups, you guys will constantly hold space for people, but you will notice that whenever you need someone to hold space for you, those friends are hard to find. It's also very lonely. It's a thing to be an influencer or someone with a big following. It can be lonely. You may have thousands of followers, but one or two people you can really trust with. So that emotion can be there. There could be a sense of just feeling a little bit of loneliness the middle of the week. So make sure you're checking in with your energy and your emotions. And the end of the week, we have the Hierophant. This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Hierophant is your spiritual connection. This is also, are you paying attention to your routines? I feel like the end of the week is going to be a really good time for you guys to go inward. This is deep, okay? This is deep focus. I also feel like some of you guys need more of a routine with your spiritual connection. Some of you guys got a little bit too lax. But I also feel like this is spending time one-on-one with you and your guides. I'm also seeing I feel like, well, I think it's just a universe, but that is making me think of the evil eye. So I also feel like this weekend will be a good time for you guys to reinstate some of those protection boundaries, setting protection for yourself and whatnot. I don't know. I really feel called for that. And then the theme of the week, you guys have the Ace of Shells or the Ace of Cups, happiness and abundance. And I love it. So we have lots of water energy here in this reading. So my influencers, your energy, your emotions might be flowing this week. You may be feeling the energy of all the people you work with, your clients, your followers. It's really, really important. I laugh because I feel like I was living this last week. But I think it's really important that we take time for self. Okay. So make sure you are energizing, that you are, recharging your battery so that you are good to go for the week. The Ace of Shells or the Ace of Cups is also release. So making sure you are getting things off your chest if you need to. Some of you guys might be doing some major PSA posts or, going on a live and expressing how you've been feeling lately. I don't know. Some of you guys are going to do that, but a lot of you guys are going through big shifts and changes. And with that comes the need to take care of self, doing, those little things that you need to do to make sure you are 100% and healthy and good to hold space for other people. Okay. But yeah, this concludes your guys' energy reading for the week. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, my loves.